Hi everyone, this is Richard. In this video, let's talk about dependency injection. I'm going to be jumping around a little bit, as I mentioned in the previous video, because we have to learn several different ideas. But we're just going to take a very simple understanding of that idea and then build upon it. At least I hope so, okay? I'm still learning. But that's my goal. So to learn dependency injection, we'll go over that right now and we'll keep building on. And so what dependency injection is, I hope we understand what dependency injection is for C#. If you don't remember what dependency injection is, you might want to go to a previous playlist about, I think it was labeled dependency injection. Basically a way of injecting a service into Blazor. So what's a service? Okay, so you remember how imports we say at using, right? So what we're doing is we're importing or using a namespace. And so we're importing these into the system. And what a namespace is a series of classes that we can use to instantiate and create objects in our component if we need to. What a service is defined as is more of a function, a functional ability that is used by your component. Okay? And when you inject it in there, it becomes a property of the component itself. All right, and let's show an example. Blazor has several built-in default services, and those would be HTTP client, IJS runtime. IJS runtime is if you need to use JavaScript inside Blazor. So if you're missing something from C# and the .NET framework or the Blazor framework, then you can use IJS runtime. We'll probably talk about that in the future. And there's NavigationManager, and that's why we have to go over dependency injection, because we want to talk about routing and NavigationManager, but we can't really talk about it unless we talk about dependency injection. All right? So let's create our own service here. And so what my service, I'm going to go right here under the shared and just say iGreetings. So that's an interface, right? So interface, and it's just going to, this particular interface is just going to send a message out and a message out. That's all it's going to do. And we're going to implement it with English greet, implements iGreetings, and it's just going to send out a bye and a hello there. So it's going to send out greetings and goodbyes in the language of your choice. And for this one, it's going to be English. Okay, so very simple interface, or very simple service, all right, which is going to cost you $19.95 per month. But anyway, we're going to go here, and how do you get this service to be injected, to prepare it to be injected into your system? Well, you have to go to program.cs. And if you look right here, you talk about services.addScoped. So services, this is how you talk about adding services to be injected. And we talked just about HTTP client. So that's a built-in default system. So we're adding addScoped. That's one method, one manner in which you insert the service. We'll talk more about this in the future, I'm sure. But for right now, we're going to addScoped English greet. So that's the service I'm going to insert into the system itself. That's how you do it. That's pretty neat how we're learning more and more about the fundamental framework of Blazor itself. And so you write the service, or you can use a built-in service, add it to the system, and then use it. You use the inject keyword, so either use this directive right here, or you can add it right here with the straight brackets. When you get it, English greet, goodbye, this goodbye becomes the object, which is actually a property of the component itself. And we'll use it in just a second. Here is going to be hello. Here's going to be a goodbye. You do either one, not both of them, okay? This one, why you use this versus this, I'm not exactly clear. This one, I believe, is preferred because then you can make the accessor a little bit different. You can make it public, private, whatever you want to add to it. Read only. Here, it becomes global. So it could be viewed elsewhere, from what I understand. We'll have to test that in the future. But you could do either one, and I'll just show that right here. And then what I'm going to do in this system is just simply display the hello and goodbye in the language of your choice, whatever it is. So as you can see, if I need to change this English greet, like German greet, I could just change this right here, assuming there is a German greet service, and we're all done, right? That's the nice thing about it. Or I have to change here as well. And then we're all done because everything else would be the same because it's under the same interface. Okay, so that's the whole point about services. And so it comes down here. This part we have not gone over, we will go over. Okay, so I know we haven't talked about this. Let's just ignore it for now. We will go over that probably in the next few videos. All right. And so get the service, inject it into this component, and we utilize it. And basically what it says is hello there and bye. All right, it's nice and simple. That's all it is. Just using the properties. Message 1 and message 2 is the properties and the property of that. Beyond that. Okay. So I hope that was clear. Let me think here. I think that was about it. Thanks.